Good afternoon, exiles. So I did a video recently about my everyday carry bag, and it's the most popular video I've ever done. And in it, I promised that I would do a kit that turns this everyday carry bag into a survival kit that'll get you through most emergencies. I don't know if you want to know more about this kit. It'll be in the end card and one of the doodads up here. So that kit that turns this into an emergency kit to get you through almost every situation is in this little tote here. And I know you see a lot of these videos with these great big giant bags, and I have a great big giant bag. But most emergencies you'll ever face will be pretty tiny compared to the grand scheme of things. That they don't make a lot of movies about them. It's not like a meteor impacting or global war or something like that. Most of the time, the emergency you're going to face is you have to take your kid to the hospital, or your wife to the hospital, or you have to leave your house for a couple of days because of a potential flood or something like that. Stuff that's pretty mundane and minor, relatively routine. So that's what this box takes care of. And let me move the camera around and I'll show you what's inside and how it takes care of those needs. Alright, let's start with food. Now, there's not a ton of food in here, but you don't need a ton of food if you're just taking your wife or kid to the hospital. I shouldn't say just. Or you're leaving the house because of a potential flood or something like that. This kit's designed to get you through a few hours when it comes to food until you can go buy food at the hospital cafeteria or run to McDonald's. Even though those aren't the best food in the world, in an emergency, you'll be happy to have it. So we got these honey stingers. We bought a variety pack off of Amazon for 20 bucks. They're pretty darn good for what they are. They're basically like little waffly cracker things. As long as you don't abuse them too much, they're not going to break and stuff like most crackers will, which is why I like them. And they taste pretty good. Each one of these is 140 calories. And the reason I wanted something crackery is because we got all these little honey things in here. You can squeeze them into your mouth, or a lot of hospitals now and waiting rooms and stuff have little like coffee pots and places to make tea. So you can add these to those tea, or you can spread them on the cracker things. And each one of these guys is like 100-ish calories. It doesn't say on the individual things, it says in the box. These are honey minis we got at Walmart. I'll see if I can't find a link to them on Amazon for you. And then these Jif to Go's, which are about 100 and something calories each. 120, 130 calories each. So, like I said, this isn't enough to get you through a couple of days of not being hungry, but this is plenty of food to get you through a half a day until you can get to things situated in the hospital or situated at your friend's house and get some real food in you. Disposable fork and spoon. They can be washed. You don't have to throw them away. They're good to have. I've been stuck in the hospital with my late wife and had trouble finding just a fork and spoon sometimes. So that covers that food. Well, in case you need to go to McDonald's, I have, or someplace else like that, 60 bucks in cash thrown in here. This is, I want to make this 100 and add some more small bills to it. But between this, what I keep in the everyday carry bag, and I'm using my phone as a camera, So I keep $20 in the phone case too. And the reason I keep a $20 bill in the phone case is if you're ever out and about and like forget your wallet and need gas, you probably didn't forget your wallet and your phone at the same time. Most people don't. Most people don't forget either one, but the odds of you forgetting both at the same time is pretty slim. So these are some 2-gallon trash bags, 2 of them. You can throw stuff into waterproof them. If you're on your way to the hospital with a sick kid, they make good little barf bags. Do all kinds of stuff with them. They're just handy to have around. Regular kitchen trash bag. And the everyday carry bag is 2 contractor bags because they can be used to make shelters and stuff like that. I might add some more trash bags to this. This great big giant smart water bottle. This is their, what is this thing? 50 ounces, so almost half gallon. This will get you enough water, and you can refill these. This will get you enough water to get through most things. And I just noticed something in here that are supposed to be in here that for some reason isn't, and I'll go grab it. Alright, we can grab this Sawyer Mini, the Sawyer Squeeze, and any of the LifeStraw, small LifeStraws that have the threads in them on the inside here are great in a kit like this because you can take your regular water bottle or any water bottle you find in the trash, screw it on here, and drink clean water even out of a mud puddle or stream through here. Now, I keep this kit in my car in the winter, which I don't recommend for most people, but if you do that, make sure you don't have a filter with that's been used, so you don't have to worry about the water freezing and breaking the filter. Alright, the rest of this kit is some clothes, socks, underwear, and a pair of pants. And the reason I keep this kit in the car is occasionally I have to do a messier job at work, and I don't want to get the pants that I like dirty or get glue all over them. So that's why the pants in here. Most people can keep this kit in the closet, and this kit only has enough stuff in it for one person, so I'd recommend one for every member of the family. You can also add something if you don't have an everyday carry bag like this one. I would recommend throwing in here a cell phone charger, a charger brick of some sort, and all the various USB cables you need, a notebook, some a pen and a pencil, and those are to write down what doctors or other people tell you that you need to remember, because in a stressful situation it's really hard to remember things. And you could just keep one of these kits for each member of the family tucked away in a closet. If little Timmy has to go to the hospital, or if the sheriff knocks on your door at 2 o'clock in the morning and says, hey, you gotta get out, just grab this simple little kit for everybody in the family, throw it in the back of the car, and head out. And you might, if you got room, throw in a couple of small games and stuff in here to keep the kids entertained. Like, the adults in the family will have the cell phone chargers, pencils, papers, that kind of stuff, and the kids can have in theirs some decks of cards, some other small games, or if you need to, they make these totes in every size imaginable. A little bit bigger tote, or have a tote full of games that you can grab and take with you. Because most emergencies you'll face are not the Hollywood end of the world emergencies. They're taking your wife to the hospital. I've done that many a times with my late wife, April. My niece has some health problems, and there's lots of times they have to take her to the hospital. I've been really encouraging them to build little kits like these that'll just have the basics to get them through a couple of days while they're in the hospital. Dealing with her being sick and taking care of her. So I hope you find this useful, and I hope you never have to use this kit, but I encourage you to build one. And remember, we, his people, will start rebuilding. Real quick before I go, I'm going to go to the laundromat sometime, and for $1 you can buy a little package of powdered dish, or laundry detergent. You can grab one of those, put it in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't make a mess, and you can then do laundry in the sink at a hospital by pouring a little bit in there and then rinsing it out, and hanging it up in your car, or hanging up one set of clothes. Like, usually most hospital rooms have a little closet. You can hang it in there, prop the door open a little bit, and they'll dry in there. That'll make the once, basically 2 days worth of clothes that are in here last you a lot longer if you need to. I hope you're never in the hospital with a loved one long enough where you need more than 2 days worth of clothes. But if you do, that little trick might come in handy. And thanks for watching.